Self-discipline, a powerful tool to develop our inner strength and achieve a fuller and more meaningful life. At the heart of this philosophy is the search for self-mastery and serenity in the face of adversity, and its basic principles can guide us on this journey of personal growth. Inner control is one of the fundamental concepts that refers to the ability to dominate our emotional reactions and our thoughts in the face of external circumstances. It is a practice that invites us to find inner peace and balance, even in the midst of adversity and challenging situations. We often feel powerless in the face of external circumstances, whether in the face of unexpected events, complicated relationships, or unfair situations. Stoicism teaches us that while we have no control over these events, we do have complete control over our own minds and the way we react to them. This inner control is gained by practicing self-mastery and emotional self-sufficiency. It means learning to recognize our emotions and thoughts without being slaves to them. Rather than being carried away by the tide of our emotions, we can develop a more objective, rational, and thoughtful attitude toward events. One of the key practices for controlling the interior is problem distancing. Instead of fully identifying with a problem or stressful situation, we can mentally step back and look at the problem from a more neutral perspective. By doing so, we can find more effective solutions and avoid being overwhelmed by impulsive emotional reactions. Attachment to virtues is a fundamental principle that seeks to cultivate and value moral and ethical qualities in our daily lives. Stoic virtues such as courage, wisdom, justice, temperance, and transcendence are seen as guides to a full and meaningful life. As we dedicate ourselves to cultivating the virtues, we transform ourselves into more compassionate, ethical, and courageous people. We face life's challenges with dignity and purpose, knowing that our actions reflect the best in us. This quest for moral excellence leads us to a more meaningful and impactful life. By acting in accordance with our values, we leave a positive mark on the world around us, becoming agents of change and inspiration for others. Attachment to the virtues is a continuous journey, but its fruits are personal fulfillment and the feeling of being in harmony with oneself and with the universe. It is a search for what is most noble and human in each of us. The principle of thought control emphasizes the importance of being aware of our thought patterns and learning to control our mental reactions to various situations in life. The Stoics believe that our emotions are directly influenced by our thoughts. Therefore, if we want to achieve inner serenity and emotional stability, we must learn to observe and question our thoughts. This means not automatically being carried away by our first impressions or immediate interpretations of situations, but rather rationally and objectively examining events. By practicing thought control, we seek to identify and remove negative thought patterns such as pessimism, catastrophism, or self-loathing. Instead of giving in to these negative tendencies, we can adopt a more realistic and balanced perspective, preventing these thoughts from dominating us and affecting us emotionally. It is important to emphasize that thought control does not imply denying or suppressing emotions, but rather developing a greater awareness of them and the way we react to them. By observing our thoughts and emotions, we can better understand the origin of our reactions and consequently deal with them in a more balanced and constructive way. Stoicism recognizes that our will can be swayed by impulsive desires, passing emotions, and external distractions. However, he invites us to train our will to become stronger and able to resist these negative influences. One of the ways to strengthen the will is through the practice of self-mastery. This involves learning to control our impulses and desires, avoiding acting impulsively and thoughtlessly. By exercising self-mastery, we can resist harmful temptations and make decisions that are more conscious and in line with our values. Another approach is to practice emotional resilience. This means developing the ability to face challenges and failures with equanimity and perseverance. Instead of letting ourselves be shaken by obstacles, We can see them as opportunities for growth and learning, maintaining our determination to achieve our goals. Strengthening the will is also related to cultivating patience and perseverance. Knowing how to wait for the right moment and persist in our efforts, even in the face of difficulties, helps us to overcome obstacles along the journey. Focusing on the present is a valuable skill that allows us to live more fully and consciously. In the fast-paced world we live in, it is common to let ourselves be carried away by worries about the future or by removals from the past. However, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of remaining truly present in the here and now. Practicing focus on the present also helps us develop greater self-awareness. By being aware of what we are feeling, thinking, and doing in the present moment, we can better understand our emotional reactions and thought patterns. This awareness allows us to make more conscious choices that are in line with our values and goals. By developing focus on the present, we become more aware, grateful, and serene. Life becomes richer and more meaningful because we are truly present to experience it. With time and continued practice, focusing on the present becomes second nature, allowing us to savor each moment with a peaceful and open mind. Thus, we find the key to a more balanced and fulfilling life, where every moment is valued as a unique and precious gift. Acceptance of failure is a valuable skill that Stoicism teaches us to develop. Often we fear failure and avoid it at all costs, always looking for success and recognition. However, the Stoics believe that failure is part of life, and that it is through failure that we can learn, grow, and become stronger. When we experience failure, we often feel discouraged, disappointed, and even ashamed. However, accepting failure helps us face these emotions in a healthy and constructive way. We recognize that failing does not make us any less worthy or valuable as human beings. Rather, it is a chance for us to grow and develop resilience. Accepting failure is an essential practice for personal growth and the development of emotional resilience. It allows us to learn from our experiences, face challenges with courage and compassion, and maintain a balanced perspective in the face of adversity. By embracing failure as part of life's journey, we become stronger, wiser, and more resilient people. Developing self-discipline is not an instant process, but a daily and conscious practice. It takes effort, self-compassion, and patience. As we strive to cultivate this skill, we find a sense of empowerment and inner freedom. Self-discipline helps us avoid the temptation of immediacy and pursue what is most meaningful and relevant to our lives. By acting with discipline, we build a solid foundation for personal growth, achieving our goals and aspirations with greater efficiency and integrity. By adopting the basic tenets of Stoicism and practicing self-discipline in our daily lives, we discover the ability to meet challenges with resilience, grow with integrity, and find a deeper sense of purpose. Self-discipline transforms us into masters of ourselves, enabling us to live with wisdom, serenity, and authenticity.